welcome. We're in our new Kalkee Road Children's Hub. We're actually standing here at the moment in the maternal and child healthcare area. There was 3 consulting rooms. Each of those 3 consulting rooms will be utilised. They'll bring in both the Robin Street and the Bennett Road currently maternal and child healthcare centres. So they'll be actually in one location now, which is here. All of our immunisations will actually be done now out of Kalkee Road as we go through. This is actually an interview room which can be hired out. This is the centre where people will meet, and we're hoping to be the waiting area for multiple consultants as they use this facility. And you may notice there's some tracks on the ground as we go. And these were actually done by the Indigenous community, and each room of the child care rooms actually has its own footprint. We're just coming into the multi-purpose room. The multi-purpose room is being designed so that it can have multiple purposes. The toy library will be located here and in that space over there. We'll have our play groups actually running out of here, and they actually have their own dedicated play and outside area as well, which is not part of the licensed space, so it can be utilised by anyone really. So just as you'll see, as I mentioned before, the traps on the ground. So we're going into what's called the Wombat Room, and this is HDKA licensed space that we're going into now. This particular room is a kindergarten room, what's known as the Wombat Room or the Blue Room. And there's actually 3 rooms that will be utilised by HDKA under their licence. So once again, the outside area is part of the licensed space. So there'll be the kindergartens will run concurrently in here. This is the second of our licensed rooms, which is also under HDKA. And you may have seen there's a little kitchenette that joins the 2 rooms together. We're moving into the 3rd space. And the 3rd space is actually for after kinder care. So the kids will come into here when they're a part of that program. So that's actually at a capacity, that program, which is fantastic. So that'll be utilised really well. And perhaps we'll just move out into the foyer area. This particular area, and you might notice the rammed earth walls, which really set this off. But this area is the waiting area for our kinder services, and as well as that, we're hoping that after hours, people will be interested in actually using this really lovely space. We have a kitchen over here, which is currently not actually being utilised, but it is actually available. And into our 3rd room. This particular one isn't actually taken up under the lease of HDKA, but is available. So just moving back through the foyer. So these lights, you may notice, have really set off this area. The architects were brand architects who designed a lot of this, but as you'll see, they're meant to give that really overflow of light, which works really well in this space, gives it lovely ambulance. And this is actually our staff and administration area. So there's 12 seats in this particular area, and each one of these is designed to be its own small hub, which can be hired out by consultants, hot desks, whatever people really need it to be. We also have, HDKA have their own desk in here, as well as our council staff, a few of them will as well. But generally though, it is a combined use workspace, and hence the hub for early childhood learning. So the construction is really coming to an end, as you would have seen. Our plan now is that in February, our maternal and child healthcare will actually move in first, and then followed by that will be HDKA, and they'll come in the 2nd term and start back here. So where the students are at the moment at Robin Street, they would actually transfer across to here. So that's the plan at the moment, and all seems to be on track.